Hello, my name is Tracy Rogers, and this is On the Couch, a weekly video series where we talk about a range of mental health issues that affect us here in Trinidad and Tobago. We invite mental health professionals to sit on our couch and have a candid discussion about a range of issues. And today I need to tell you, I'm very excited because two of my favorite Tobagonians are on the couch with me today. So we have Dr. Crystal Benjamin. And we have Miss Onika Henry. So, Crystal, you're a marriage and family therapist.
Yes.
Onika is a sexologist. And one of the things that the three of us have in common is that we work with couples.
Yes.
So today we're going to focus on premarital counseling and why that is important. And we're going to talk about it in terms of how we encounter it in our different areas of work and what are some of the key issues we think need to be raised in premarital counseling and why it is important. So we're just going to open the floor.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Sure, I could just introduce it.
Good.
I think one of the interesting things about premarital counseling or education is when to start.
Yeah.
You know, some persons may ask, when should I start? Should I start 6 months before, 3 months before the wedding? And I would actually recommend, if you're seriously dating, even before you get engaged, consider pre-engagement counseling to see if you even want to be engaged with this person, if you want to hold out until you get some stuff sorted out. So in terms of that, it's when you start as early as you think you're ready to get married, even though you're not engaged. Yeah.
And it's so important because when people come together, you are bringing all of your stuff. That person's bringing all of their stuff. And I have a colleague of mine, Akila, I think she's the person I've heard said it. She said, in my marriage there are 3 people. There's you, me, and us. And building that us is really the work of premarital counseling and the work that you're going to be continuing
throughout your life, because relationships change and people change, people's needs change.
Yes.
And it's not just in terms of ambition or in terms of what I want to do with my life and if I see the world the same way, but when it comes to the body, your erogenous zones are going to be shifting and changing. So it's lifelong conversations you're having and lifelong negotiations that you're going to be having, as a couple.
So in terms of sexuality and sexual health, what are some of the issues that you think couples need to engage in immediately?
Right.
Before they go into full engagement, as Crystal says, and marriage.
Right. So I definitely want to endorse what Crystal says about starting as early as possible, because you want to pick up on any unresolved issues that may come out of abuse or trauma that either one of the party may have experienced. Because that may mean that if you discover that something has been unresolved, that you are going to be unable to be intimate with your partner. It's going to be an obstacle in getting close and enjoying your sexual pleasure together. And it may mean that person has to decide to go through therapy, to go through counseling before they can think of any kind of serious engagement. Because it can seriously affect the other partner.
And then the thing about all our issues that we don't talk about, I say this, I've said this on the couch many times, that unexpressed feelings are not benign. They grow, they fester, and then they impact all sorts of things. Communication, parenting, how we build a home, so
and the body.
And the body.
Because the body, your muscle has memory.
Your muscle has memory.
There is such a thing as muscle memory. And so certain trauma they're held in the body in particular ways. So they're going to be physical manifestations of different types of stresses and traumas that you've experienced. So, it's not just those other things that may be intangible. There is the tangible pain or discomfort and certain kinds of symptoms that will show up in the body.
That is now triggered by your partner who you love. But then triggering your old stuff. And your body is reacting.
Exactly. And it doesn't make sense to you because you're probably not aware of it or you haven't done the work to really address it.
You can't make the link
between the two. So what was another one, Crystal, that you think, another thing that might manifest, that might need to come up?
It's interesting with premarital and these assessments that we can do with the couple. It helps in one snapshot really identify the strengths strengths and the growth areas. I like to call them growth areas instead of challenges.
Yeah.
Because, language is powerful and how you speak about things. Yeah.
Better than weaknesses as well.
Right, yes. Exactly. So, growth areas.
So I want to go back a little bit because you mentioned the word assessment. And in our field, people throw that word around all the time. So let's just be really clear. When you say assessment, when we say assessment, what are we talking about?
So there is actually an online assessment that the couple can complete. It is objective, based on research, and used on many couples, thousands of couples actually. And so it is based on a variety of headings, for the want of a better word. So it looks at conflict, it looks at finances, in-laws, communication, personality, and even your view on marriage. Because some persons, take it for granted that their partner, because they said yes or because they proposed, that their reason for getting into the marriage would have been a good one or a noble one. But it could have been because of a lot of different reasons. And this assessment could actually
unpack that.
Yes.
And you're talking a specific assessment because sometimes you go online, you see all sorts of things. Oh, do this now. So you want to be really careful. We're not telling you just to pull up anything. As professionals, we have access to tools that are evidence-based, that are research-based, and those tools you don't find running up on your average, I don't want to call any magazine, but any magazine site, something on Facebook on the side running in a panel. You want to find a professional who has access to an assessment tool that is evidence-based and proven to do this. And this assessment will help give us a snapshot of some of the key things.
And I love that you highlighted snapshot because, of course, as human beings, we're dynamic, so there are so many aspects of our life, but this gives us a really good snapshot of what's taking place. And then you could decide, hey, I reject that, I don't really connect with what the assessments say, or I connect with it. So you get that opportunity to either accept or reject the results. We talk through that. And of course, as you said, it's an assessment that I was trained for. That it was paid for, I was trained for, I had to look at videos, I had to even do it on myself and my relationship.
Doing internships and
exactly. So it's not just a quick Facebook, you will be getting married in 2018 type assessment. It's actually, something that people study and do research and put. And with these assessments, that it's the real deal when you need a facilitator, a trained facilitator to take you through. So persons may ask, hey, so how much is the assessment? Or can I just do that one session? And it's like, no, it's more than just 1 hour. It's 15-page the result is 15 pages and we have to go through it.
We take time.
And I can't give you the results just like that because you may interpret it a different way, misinterpret it, and then either decide, hey, we're getting married, or nah, I don't think this would work out. You really need someone who's trained, who could unpack that with you and take you through the process.
So thank you so much. So we're ending this segment, but when we come back, we're going to talk specifically, and we're each going to give a turn about what you think is one of the most important things you need to know before you commit or start this lifelong commitment. And so that's what we're going to be talking on in our second segment. So you would have seen on your screen information about how you can reach Dr. Benjamin, Ms. Henry, myself. So we're going to talk some more about couples and getting ready to start this adventure, to continue this adventure. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.